Hi guys, Chris here, and you're watching Here We Are Running, and today we are doing a review of these, the AfterShokz OpenMove headphones. Now, these are bone conduction headphones, and if you've never heard or understood what bone conduction headphones are, they are headphones that, unlike traditional ones, that where they go into your ear or over your ear, bone conduction headphones sit on your cheekbones. They vibrate, and it's those vibrations that go through your cheekbones that allow you to listen to your music, your podcasts, etc., whilst leaving your ears open to hear all of the rest of the sounds around you. And if you're a regular here on the channel, you will know that I wear these a lot when I'm out on my runs. And that is purely and simply because I like to listen to music when I'm running, but I also consider the safety aspect of the fact that there's traffic, people, bikes, etc. that are around me whilst I'm running, and I want to be aware of what is going on whilst I'm running. And bone conduction headphones allow me to do that while still allowing me to listen to the music. But hey, if you're not a regular here on the channel and this is your first time here, then why not consider subscribing right now so that you stay up to date with all of my future running videos. AfterShokz make quite a few different models of bone conduction headphones. This is the latest entry-level model. So the OpenMove retail here in the UK for £79.95. The previous entry-level model was the titanium, which has been around for quite a few years now, and it's the first bone conduction headphones that I owned. I've got them here, so you can just sort of see the difference. And we'll compare a bit more as we go through this video. But yeah, this is the latest entry-level model. So let's go through the key features. And one of the first things you notice when you compare this to the titanium is that the OpenMove is just 29 grams. And that weight is quite a bit lower than the titaniums. And you notice that when you're holding them and also when you're wearing them. The next thing I'll mention is the titanium band. So you've got a titanium band that's going around the head. But the ear hooks themselves are not titanium, they are called polycarbon. Now, an important feature for wireless headphones is the battery life, particularly when you're out there running. You don't want this to cut out on you because it's used up all its battery life when you're in the middle of a run, really. And the AfterShokz OpenMove, they have a battery life of 10 days on standby. But if you're listening to music, which you're obviously going to use them for, then AfterShokz say you can get 6 hours battery life out of them, which for most of us, for even quite the longest of runs, it is probably sufficient. They're not completely waterproof. They are IP55, which means they're sweatproof and they're also suitable to use in light rain. I've used these in rain quite a few times and I've not had any problems with them at all. They're using the latest Bluetooth technology, version 5.0, but that's also compatible with earlier versions as well. And in terms of charging, it's got a little charging port there. That is USB Type-C. So you probably already got, they provide a cable, but you probably already got a cable that will charge it up as well. To use these headphones, it is really simple. The first thing you need to do is obviously pair it with your Bluetooth device, probably your phone. And I've had no problems in getting it to pair. Always pairs first time, not a problem at all. And then there are 3 buttons. There's a plus and a minus button on one side under there. And there's a multi-function button, which you can't even really tell it's there, but I'm just pressing it at the side there. And that's the combination of what you do there will determine how this acts. So, for example, if you're wearing the headphones and you need to take a call, you can answer the call by just pressing that button. You can stop your music by pressing the button. You can fast forward or go back also by combinations of pressing the buttons. There's a little instruction manual which will tell you what buttons do what and how to press them. Now, I've actually been using these for about half a year now. And you might be thinking, well, how have you been using them for half a year? They've only been out for a month or so. Well, actually, AfterShokz gave me these ones before they were released. So this is a kind of early release model. And I've had them, I've been able to test them. AfterShokz haven't asked me to do a review or anything like that. But I decided it would be quite useful to do one and share my thoughts, particularly as I've probably been using them for longer than most people at this stage. And what I can say is I've been using them for running, but I've also been using, since the pandemic started, I've been using them and having a lot more conference calls with work, and I wear these for when I'm on my conference or video calls as well. The microphone sound is ideal for that. No problems at all in that area. In terms of the quality of the sound that you get when you're listening to your music or your podcast fine, but in terms of the music, it's not the same quality that you might expect from your in-the-ear or over-the-ear headphones, if you've got some good quality ones of those. But it is perfectly adequate, in my opinion, if you're out there running. You're getting a reasonable quality of sound through them, and the added benefit of the safety measures that you can hear everything else that is going on around you. In terms of comfort and fit, well, they are reasonably comfortable, I would say. Okay, so I'm not going to say that they are the most comfortable thing to wear, but they sit quite nicely. I have had times where I felt, particularly in hotter weather in fact, where I felt they've been rubbing a bit. What I do is I put a bit of body glide on there when that's happening. I've worn them with sunglasses, not a problem there at all. They can fit fine with when you're wearing glasses. So I would say, yeah, they're a reasonably comfortable fit. So are they more comfortable than the titaniums? There's probably not a lot in it, to be honest. But as I say, the titaniums are a bit heavier, and you do tend to notice that. So yeah, maybe a little bit more comfortable when you're running out there with these OpenMove headphones on. In terms of the sound quality, also I would say the sound quality has advanced a little bit more on the OpenMove, as you'd expect. They're a few years newer than the titanium technology, and yeah, I think, you know, that's a reasonable comparison between the two. One thing I do notice, and with both of these headphones, is that if you get a particularly high sound happening, whether it's somebody talking louder or whether it's the music has risen or there's a lot of bass in the music, you do get some vibration going on, which is noticeable and sort of detracts from the whole experience. I think you probably get a bit more of that going on in the previous titaniums than you do in the OpenMoves. I think that's something that has improved over the years between these two models. But in terms of quality, I am not going to suggest that these are better than the Aeroplex model. Now that is the top of the range AfterShokz model. You can see them here. Now these are going to give you the best quality that you can get in bone conduction headphones that are out there on the market, in my opinion. And there is a noticeable difference between the quality of these and the quality of the OpenMove or the titanium for that matter. But you know, one is entry level and one is top of the range, and you're paying a lot more for these. So for what they are, for £79.95, I think that's a good price for a good product. Guys, that brings me to the end of this review of the AfterShokz OpenMove headphones. But if you own them, or if you've got any questions about them, then do drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to give you my thoughts on that. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, as always, it would be really helpful if you hit that thumbs up button to give the video a like. And if you're new around here, well, as I say, why not consider subscribing for regular running content? But for now, guys, goodbye.